Dr. Mark watched with growing concern as the alien visitor named Rhea paced back and forth in the medical bay of Earth's first interstellar embassy. Her normally pale blue skin had turned a deeper shade, and the small glowing spots along her arms pulsed rapidly. "The medicine you gave me for the headache," Rhea said, her translator making her musical language understandable. "It's doing something strange." She stopped pacing and looked at him with all four of her silver eyes. "Everything feels different." Mark checked his medical scanner again. The simple earth painkiller he'd given her showed no dangerous effects in her system, but her brain activity patterns were unlike anything he'd seen before. "Different how?" he asked, keeping his voice calm while making careful notes. First contact had happened just 6 months ago, and every interaction with their new galactic neighbors was important. Rhea touched one of the glowing spots on her arm, watching it pulse brighter at her touch. "The colors are more vivid. And there's this pleasant tingling throughout my body. Is this normal for humans?" "No," Mark said, studying the readings. "For us, it just stops pain. Your biology is reacting to it in a completely unexpected way." He paused, thinking. "But you're not in any danger. All your vital signs are stable." Rhea moved to the window, staring out at the Earth below the orbital station. "It's beautiful," she whispered. "I mean, it was beautiful before, but now I can see patterns I never noticed. The way the clouds move, the oceans shine." The door chimed, and Dr. Alice walked in, holding a datapad. "Mark, I got your message about." She stopped, seeing Rhea at the window. "Oh, hello, Ambassador Rhea. How are you feeling?" "Wonderful," Rhea said, turning to face them. Her translator couldn't quite hide the excitement in her voice. "Your human medicine is amazing. Do you know what this could mean for my people?" Alice and Mark exchanged glances. "What do you mean?" Alice asked. "This sensation, this heightened awareness. We have many among my people who suffer from dulled senses, who can't properly see the energy patterns that are so important to our culture." Rhea's spots pulsed faster. "If this simple medicine of yours can enhance perception this way." Mark quickly typed notes into his medical system. "We'd need to do proper studies first. Understand exactly how it's affecting your biology. Make sure there are no long-term side effects." "Of course," Rhea agreed. "But think of the possibilities. This is why we were so excited to find Earth. Your planet's unique conditions have produced chemistry unlike anything in the known galaxy. Even your simplest medicines could be revolutionary for other species." A message flashed on the main screen. "Priority communication from Galactic Medical Council." That was fast, Rhea said, her spots glowing brightly. "I sent them a preliminary report about this reaction. They've been very interested in human biochemistry ever since we discovered your people." Alice pulled up the message. "They're requesting permission to begin formal research into human pharmaceutical effects on various species." "Well," Mark said with a small smile, "I guess treating your headache just turned into something much bigger." Rhea moved away from the window, her movements graceful despite her obvious excitement. "You humans don't realize how special you are. While we were looking for advanced technology in space, we instead found something perhaps even more valuable: your unique biology." As the two doctors began reading through the Council's message, Rhea returned to watching Earth below, her spots pulsing with a soft, steady rhythm. Sometimes, she thought, the most important discoveries came from the simplest things, like a headache pill from a newly discovered world. 1 week later, the medical research wing of Earth's orbital station had transformed into a hub of interstellar activity. Alien scientists from 12 different species filled the laboratories, all eager to study human medicine. Dr. Mark found himself spending more time explaining basic Earth pharmaceuticals than treating patients. "And this one?" asked Professor Tao, a tall insectoid researcher whose green exoskeleton clicked softly as he held up a bottle of common vitamin supplements. His translator hummed as it converted his chirping speech to English. "Just vitamin C," Mark explained, checking data on his tablet. Most Earth creatures make it naturally, but humans need to get it from food or supplements. The alien scientist's antennae twitched with excitement. Fascinating. In our preliminary tests, this simple compound shows remarkable regenerative properties for species with silicon-based biology. Something so basic to you would revolutionize our medical treatments. At another workstation, Raya was speaking with a group of medical researchers from her homeworld. Her spots still pulsed with enthusiasm as she described her experience with human painkillers. The research team had discovered that the medicine's unexpected effects on their neural pathways could potentially treat several conditions that had long plagued their species. Dr. Alice entered the lab, looking both tired and excited. The Galactic Medical Council just approved 5 new research projects, she announced. They're calling it the Earth Medicine Initiative. Apparently, we're sitting on a goldmine of unique biochemistry. It's not just the medicines themselves, Professor Tall chittered. It's how they interact with different alien biologies. Each species seems to have unique reactions that could be beneficial in ways humans never imagined. Mark watched as more samples were carefully cataloged and analyzed. Simple human medications were proving to have extraordinary effects on various alien physiologies. Antihistamines acted as powerful memory enhancers for one species. Common antibiotics created a state of enhanced physical performance in another. Even basic vitamins showed promising results in treating conditions that alien medical science had struggled with for centuries. We need to be careful, though, Mark reminded everyone. We still don't understand all the long-term effects. We need proper clinical trials, safety protocols. Already in progress, Rhea interrupted, her spots pulsing with calm confidence. The council has assigned their top researchers. They're calling this the most significant medical breakthrough since faster-than-light travel. Alice pulled up a holographic display showing the latest test results. Look at these numbers. The way alien biology processes these compounds, it's like their systems are discovering entirely new ways to use the molecules. It makes sense, Professor Tal said, his antennae waving thoughtfully. Earth's isolation from the galactic community meant your biochemistry developed along a completely different path. You created solutions we never even thought to try. As the day continued, more results poured in from various research teams. Each new discovery seemed to open up more possibilities. Human medicine, developed over centuries to treat their own unique biology, was proving to be an unexpected gift to the galaxy. You know what's really interesting? Raya said as she reviewed the latest data. It's not just that your medicines affect us differently. It's that they're showing us new ways to approach medical treatment entirely. Your planet's unique evolution has given you perspectives on biochemistry that nobody else considered. Mark looked around the busy laboratory, watching aliens of different species working together, all focused on understanding the unexpected treasures found in Earth's medical knowledge. What had started with a simple headache treatment was growing into something that could change medicine throughout the galaxy. Maybe this is why we found each other, Alice mused, watching the scientists work. Not for advanced technology or space travel, but for something as simple as sharing medicine. The medical base systems hummed steadily as Earth's first major contribution to galactic science continued to unfold, one discovery at a time. 1 month into the Earth Medicine Initiative, the research station had expanded to 3 times its original size. Dr. Reed stood in the newly constructed observation dome, watching as another alien research vessel docked with the station. This one belonged to the Luminous, a species of beings who appeared to be made of living crystal. The latest test results are in, Anna announced, entering the dome. Her blue skin glowed brighter these days. She'd been approved for a controlled study of human antihistamines' effects on her species' sensory abilities. You won't believe what we found with the vitamin D supplements. Dr. Reed turned from the window. More surprises. The Luminous, Anna gestured to the docking ship. They've discovered that your vitamin D helps repair microfractures in their crystalline structure, something that's been impossible with their own medical technology. The observation dome's door slid open again as Dr. Tix entered, his silver scales gleaming and face tendrils moving excitedly. And that's not all. Remember those basic pain relievers? They're showing promise in treating genetic disorders in my people, conditions we thought were untreatable. Dr. Reed shook her head in amazement. All this from common medicines we've had for decades, things we take for granted. That's exactly why it works, said a new voice. A luminous researcher named Val had entered, their crystalline body refracting light in beautiful patterns. Your isolation from galactic society meant your solutions developed completely differently from ours. You found answers we never even thought to look for. The group moved to the main research center, where dozens of alien scientists worked at various stations. Each species had their own unique reaction to human medicines, and each reaction seemed to unlock new possibilities. Look at this, Anna said, pulling up a holographic display. We've mapped how human antihistamines interact with our neural pathways. They don't just enhance our senses, they're helping us understand our own biology better. Dr. Tix moved to another station, where his team was studying human antibiotics. These compounds, they're so simple, yet they work in ways our most advanced medications don't. It's like discovering a whole new branch of medical science. The Galactic Medical Council is calling it the Earth Effect, Val added, their crystalline form sparkling. The way human biochemistry offers unexpected solutions to alien medical problems. They're already talking about building a permanent research center here. Dr. Reed watched as more data flowed across the screens. Each day brought new discoveries, new possibilities. Simple human medicines were proving to be more valuable than any advanced technology they could have offered the galactic community. There's something else, Anna said, her voice turning serious. The Council has officially classified Earth as a protected medical resource. Your planet's pharmaceutical knowledge is now considered vital to galactic healthcare. Protected? Dr. Reed asked, surprised. It means, Dr. Tix explained, his tendrils moving in patterns of respect, that Earth and its medical knowledge are now under the highest level of galactic protection. Your planet's ability to produce these medicines is too valuable to risk. Val moved closer to the window, their crystalline form catching the light. You humans thought you had nothing special to offer the galaxy. No advanced space travel, no fancy energy systems, no faster-than-light technology. But you had something better. You had solutions we never dreamed of. The station hummed with activity as more research continued. What had started with an alien's unexpected reaction to cold medicine had grown into something that was changing galactic medicine forever. Earth's ordinary pharmaceuticals were proving to be extraordinary treasures for their alien visitors. You know what's funny? Dr. Reed said, watching the busy laboratory. We spent so long looking up at the stars, wondering what amazing things aliens might teach us. We never thought our everyday medicines might be what they needed most. The observation dome filled with the light of another approaching research vessel, bringing more scientists eager to study Earth's unexpected gifts to the galaxy. 3 months into the Earth Medicine Initiative, the first breakthrough happened in an unexpected way. Dr. Reed was checking routine test results when she noticed something extraordinary in the data from the luminous experiments. This can't be right, she muttered, double-checking the numbers. Val, can you come look at this? The crystalline alien researcher moved to her station, their body casting rainbow patterns on the walls. What did you find? Look at the interaction between the vitamin C and your crystalline matrix. Dr. Reed pointed to the display. It's not just repairing damage. It's improving the original structure. Val's form brightened with excitement. Enhancement. That's impossible. Our crystal patterns are fixed at birth. We can repair damage, but improvement. They paused, studying the data. This is unprecedented. The news spread quickly through the station. Within hours, the main laboratory was packed with researchers from every species involved in the project. Dr. Tix's tendrils waved frantically as he reviewed the results. It's not just the luminous, he announced, pulling up more data. Remember how our pain medications affected Anna's people's neural pathways? We're seeing similar enhancement patterns across multiple species. Anna, who had been helping coordinate research teams, moved closer to the displays. Her blue skin pulsed with intense light. Our latest tests show human medicines aren't just treating symptoms, they're actually improving biological functions, making them work better than normal. But how is this possible? Dr. Reed asked, looking around at the excited alien faces. These are just basic medicines we developed for simple problems. That's exactly why, Val explained, their crystalline form shimmering. Your medicines developed to work with human biology, which is incredibly adaptable. When these compounds interact with our different biological systems, they demonstrate properties we never imagined possible. The station's alert system chimed as another priority message arrived from the Galactic Medical Council. Dr. Tix's tendrils curled as he read it. They're upgrading Earth's status, he announced. Your planet is now classified as a critical medical resource hub. They're authorizing construction of a massive research facility in orbit. Dr. Reed watched as more data poured in from various research teams. Simple human vitamins were showing the ability to enhance alien biological systems. Basic pain relievers were unlocking new potential in neural pathways. Even common cold medicines were demonstrating remarkable effects on different species' immune systems. Look at these results from the antibiotic tests, Anna said, bringing up another display. The way these compounds interact with different biological systems, it's like they're teaching alien cells new ways to function. Val moved to the observation window, their crystalline form reflecting the Earth below. Your planet's isolation forced your medicines to develop unique solutions. Now those solutions are showing us possibilities we never knew existed. The laboratory buzzed with activity as researchers rushed to document and understand these new discoveries. What had started as unexpected reactions to human medicines was evolving into something much bigger: the potential to enhance and improve various alien biologies. The Council wants to begin immediate distribution of enhanced human medicines to medical facilities across the galaxy, Dr. Tix said, reading through more messages. His tendrils moved in patterns of excitement. They're calling it the greatest medical advancement in galactic history. Dr. Reed looked at her alien colleagues, each of them changed in some way by their exposure to Earth medicine. Anna's enhanced senses had given her new understanding of her own species. Val's improved crystalline structure had opened new possibilities for their people. Dr. Tix's discoveries about pain management had revolutionized treatment for his kind. You humans, Anna said softly, her spots pulsing with gentle light. You thought you were behind the rest of the galaxy, but your simple medicines are advancing our understanding of biology itself. Outside the station, another research vessel arrived, bringing more scientists eager to study Earth's extraordinary ordinary medicines. The galaxy was beginning to understand. Sometimes the most powerful solutions came in the simplest forms. 6 months after the initial discovery, Earth's orbital space had transformed completely. The new Galactic Medical Research Center hung in space like a giant silver snowflake, its crystalline arms stretching out for kilometers. Dr. Reed stood in her new office, watching as ships from across the galaxy arrived and departed constantly. The first shipments of enhanced medicines are ready, Anna announced, entering the office. Her blue skin glowed with a steady, confident light, a sign of the permanent improvements human medicines had made to her species' sensory systems. 20 different systems will receive them by the end of the week. Any word from the trial planets? Dr. Reed asked, turning from the window. Better than we hoped, Val said, their crystalline form flowing through the doorway. The human vitamin treatments had made their species' bodies more flexible while maintaining strength. Death rates from previously untreatable conditions have dropped by 60%. Dr. Tix arrived next, his silver scales gleaming and tendrils moving in patterns of joy. The neural enhancement programs are showing similar success. Species that have struggled with genetic disorders for generations are seeing remarkable improvements. The group moved to the main research hall, where hundreds of scientists worked at stations studying the ever-expanding applications of human medicine. The latest breakthrough had come from an unexpected source: human digestive aids. "Watch this," Anna said, pulling up a new data set. "These simple stomach medicines, they're helping spacefaring species adapt to different planetary environments, making colonization of new worlds safer and easier." Dr. Reed studied the results with amazement. "So our medicines aren't just healing, they're helping species evolve." "Exactly," Val said, their crystalline form sparkling with excitement. "Your medicines developed to help humans adapt and heal. When applied to our biology, they're teaching our bodies to do the same." The station's communication system chimed with an incoming message from the Galactic Council. Dr. Tix's tendrils moved rapidly as he read it. "They've made a decision about the Earth Protection Initiative," he announced. "It's official. Earth is now the center of galactic medical research. All species are required to contribute to its defense and preservation." Anna moved to one of the research stations, bringing up a galactic map. "Look at how the distribution network has grown. In just 6 months, human medicine has reached more systems than any other medical advancement in galactic history." "But that's not the most interesting part," Val added, gesturing to another display. "The combination of human medicines with alien biology is creating new possibilities we never imagined. Each species' unique reaction is teaching us more about life itself." Dr. Reed watched as more data flowed across the screens. Simple human medicines were not only treating ailments but improving alien species in ways that seemed almost miraculous. Digestive aids helping with space adaptation, pain relievers enhancing neural pathways, vitamins strengthening alien biology. "The Council has another announcement," Dr. Tix said, his tendrils moving in patterns of deep respect. "They're establishing Earth Day, an annual galactic holiday to celebrate the day human medicine changed everything." "A holiday?" Dr. Reed asked, surprise. "Just for discovering some helpful medicines." Anna's skin pulsed with gentle light. "Not just medicines, Doctor. Hope. You gave the galaxy hope. Species that thought they were limited by their biology are discovering new potential. Worlds that were too hostile to colonize are becoming accessible. Conditions that seemed permanent are being overcome." Val moved closer to the window, their crystalline form reflecting the Earth below. "Your planet's isolation wasn't a disadvantage. It was a gift. It gave you the freedom to develop solutions no one else would have discovered." The research hall hummed with activity as scientists continued their work, uncovering new applications for Earth's pharmaceutical knowledge. What had begun with a simple cold medicine had grown into something that was reshaping the very future of galactic civilization. "You know what still amazes me?" Dr. Reed said, watching the busy laboratory. "All of this started because we were just trying to help someone feel better." 1 year after the first discovery, Dr. Reed attended the first Galactic Medical Conference on Earth. The Grand Hall in Geneva was filled with representatives from over 500 alien species, all gathered to share their experiences with human medicine. "The numbers are beyond our highest expectations," Anna said, standing at the main podium. Her blue skin glowed brilliantly as she presented the year's results. "Over 10,000 previously untreatable conditions have shown significant improvement through modified human medicines." Dr. Tix followed her presentation, his silver scales catching the light as his tendrils moved in excitement. "The Neural Enhancement Program has expanded to 300 systems. Species that once faced extinction due to genetic disorders are now thriving." The audience murmured with approval, their various translation devices creating a gentle hum throughout the hall. Val, representing the Luminous, moved to the stage next, their crystalline form now more beautiful than ever thanks to the vitamin treatments. "But the most remarkable discovery," Val announced, "came just last week. The combination of human antibiotics with various alien biological systems has created something entirely new, a universal healing compound." The hall erupted in excited discussion. Dr. Reed sat up straighter in her chair, surprised. This was the first she'd heard of this development. "Early tests show it can adapt to any biology," Val continued, displaying complex molecular diagrams. It learns from each species it encounters, becoming more effective with each use. All of this derived from basic human medicine. Dr. Reed watched as more speakers shared their stories. A species that had been confined to their home system due to space sickness could now explore the galaxy freely. Another that had struggled with chronic pain for generations had found relief in modified human pain medications. Earth's medical knowledge, Anna said, returning to the podium, hasn't just changed medicine. It's changing the very structure of galactic society. Species that could never interact before can now share environments. Planets that were too hostile for settlement are being colonized. During a break in the presentations, Dr. Reed walked through the conference hall, observing the various alien species mingling freely. Many showed visible signs of improvement from human medical treatments, stronger bodies, enhanced senses, better adaptation to Earth's environment. "Doctor," called a familiar voice. She turned to see the first alien patient she'd ever treated, Rhea, whose reaction to cold medicine had started everything. "I wanted you to see this." Rhea handed her a data pad showing images from her homeworld. The once struggling population now thrived, their enhanced senses allowing them to experience life more fully than ever before. "None of this would have happened," Rhea said softly, "if you hadn't tried to help me with a simple cold." The afternoon sessions focused on future developments. The Galactic Medical Council announced plans for a network of research centers across the galaxy, all dedicated to studying and developing human-based medicines. "But we must remember," Dr. Tick said in the closing speech, his tendrils moving in patterns of deep respect, "that all of this came from Earth's unique path. Their isolation forced them to find their own solutions, and in doing so, they found answers the rest of the galaxy never imagined." As the conference concluded, Dr. Reed stood with her alien colleagues, watching the sunset over Lake Geneva. Each of them had been transformed by the discoveries of the past year. "You know what the best part is," Anna said, her spots pulsing gently. "This is just the beginning. Every day we find new applications, new possibilities. Human medicine isn't just treating the galaxy. It's helping it evolve." Val nodded, their crystalline form reflecting the evening light. "And to think, humans spent so long believing they had nothing special to offer the galactic community." Dr. Reed smiled, watching as another group of alien visitors tested their new medications, their joy evident even across species barriers. "Sometimes," she said, "the most powerful discoveries aren't about finding something new. They're about seeing what was there all along in a different way." 5 years after the first alien reaction to human medicine, Dr. Reed stood in the observation dome of the New Earth Medical Academy. Below her, thousands of alien medical students from across the galaxy studied human pharmaceutical science. The campus sprawled across a vast space station that had become known as the Healing Hub. "Hard to believe it all started with a simple cold medicine," Anna said, joining her at the window. Her blue skin now showed patterns that had been enhanced by years of controlled human medical treatments, making her one of the most respected researchers in galactic medicine. "The latest numbers just came in," Dr. Tix announced, entering the dome. His silver scales had developed a subtle iridescence, a side effect of the neural enhancement programs he'd helped develop. Over 10,000 worlds now have full access to human-based medical treatments. Mortality rates across the galaxy have dropped by 70%. Vol materialized next to them, their crystalline form now so perfectly structured it seemed to glow from within. "And the universal healing compound has evolved beyond our expectations. It's not just healing anymore, it's preventing diseases before they develop." The group moved to the main hall, where a celebration was about to begin. Today marked the 5th anniversary of the Earth Medicine Initiative, now the most successful medical program in known galactic history. "Remember how worried everyone was about Earth joining the galactic community?" Anna asked, watching alien students from hundreds of species studying together. "They thought you had nothing to offer because you didn't have advanced space travel or energy systems." Dr. Reed smiled, remembering those early days. "Instead, we had something better. Simple solutions that changed everything." The ceremony began with a message from the Galactic Council. Earth had been officially designated as the medical capital of the galaxy, with a permanent seat on the Council's highest board. More importantly, the benefits of human medicine had created lasting peace among previously hostile species. The greatest gift wasn't just the medicine, Val said, their crystalline form reflecting the lights of celebration. It was showing us that sometimes the simplest answers are the most powerful. Your isolation didn't make you backward, it made you unique. Dr. Tix's tendrils moved in patterns of joy as he reviewed more data. Look at this. Species that could never survive in the same environments now live and work together. Planets that were too hostile for life are being transformed. The galaxy itself is healing. As the celebration continued, Dr. Reed watched her former patient Rhea give a speech about how that first unexpected reaction to cold medicine had changed everything. Now the head of interspecies medical research, Rhea had helped countless species benefit from human pharmaceutical knowledge. But you know what the real miracle is? Anna said softly, her spots pulsing with gentle light. It's not just about healing anymore. Your medicines helped us understand ourselves better, showed us potential we never knew we had. Val nodded, their perfect crystalline structure catching the light. Humans thought they were behind the rest of the galaxy, but your simple solutions ended up being exactly what the universe needed. The celebration reached its peak as news arrived of another breakthrough. The universal healing compound had successfully adapted to yet another form of life, one previously thought untreatable. Cheers erupted throughout the station in dozens of different languages. Dr. Reed looked out at the Earth below, beautiful and blue, now protected by the combined forces of grateful species across the galaxy. What had started with trying to help a single alien with a cold had grown into something that transformed civilization itself. You know what I've learned from all this, she said to her alien friends, watching the celebration continue. Sometimes the greatest discoveries aren't about finding something new. Sometimes they're about sharing what you already have and seeing it change the world in ways you never imagined. Around them, the station hummed with activity as another generation of medical students prepared to carry Earth's gift to the stars, one simple remedy at a time.